The internet is on fire. Social media has exploded. And right now, the hip-hop world is spinning from a revelation so shocking, so devastating, that fans are struggling to breathe. Imagine investing 15 years of your life, your love, and your loyalty into one man, only to find out he not only left you, but is now expecting a child with another woman. That's not just betrayal. It's humiliation on a global stage. Okay, and that's exactly what Chrissy Lampkin is living through tonight. Brooke Bailey, yes, Brooke Bailey from Basketball Wives has just confirmed what the rumors were whispering. For weeks, she is pregnant with Jim Jones's baby. And in that moment, the ground beneath Chrissy's feet shattered. This isn't just another reality TV twist. This is heartbreak, weaponized. This is the final dagger in a love story weave, watched unravel in real time. Fans who once rooted for Chrissy and Jim are stunned. Blogs are flooding with confirmed sources. Viral clips are circulating of Brooke rubbing her belly while grinning at the cameras, whispering, "Yes, it's true. He's the father." And the look on Chrissy's face when she found out. Captured on camera, raw and unfiltered, she broke down in tears so explosive, so uncontrollable, that producers allegedly cut filming. But that's not even half of it. Because what you're about to hear isn't just Brooke's announcement, it's the leaked messages, the insider betrayals, and the celebrity reactions that are making this the most scandalous story of the decade. The moment Brooke Bailey's words hit the internet, it was like an atomic bomb detonating in the heart of hip-hop culture. A simple confirmation, just a few words. "Yes, I'm pregnant. And Jim is the father." But those words sent shockwaves through every timeline. Every group chat, every celebrity blog from Atlanta to Los Angeles. Fans didn't just gasp, they screamed. The betrayal was no longer whispered speculation. It was a cold, brutal fact, delivered with a smirk that seemed designed to twist the knife straight into Chrissy Lampkin's heart. For over a decade, Chrissy and Jim Jones had been one of reality TV's most unforgettable couples. From the highs of wild romance to the lows of public arguments and broken promises, the world had witnessed their journey. Chrissy was the woman who proposed to Jim on national television, the woman who fought for their love when everyone else doubted, the woman who endured years of waiting for him to finally commit. And now, after everything, it was Brooke Bailey, not Chrissy, carrying Jim's child. That single revelation shattered not just Chrissy's dreams, but the very foundation of her identity in the public eye. The cameras were rolling when Chrissy found out. Producers, insiders say, were tipped off about Brooke's announcement and made sure the moment was captured in raw, uncut chaos. Chrissy was sitting in glum, preparing for a routine confession-style scene, when her phone buzzed with the notification that turned her world upside down. A gossip blog headline read, "Brooke Bailey confirms pregnancy. Jim Jones is the father." At first, Chrissy laughed a cold, nervous chuckle, but within seconds, the truth sank in. Her eyes widened, her lips trembled, and suddenly the tears started to fall. She pushed away the makeup artist, ripped off her mic, and stormed out of the room. The footage, though not yet aired, leaked online within hours. Fans saw Chrissy pacing back and forth in a hallway, shouting into her phone, "After everything I gave him. After everything I did. And this is what he does to me." Her voice cracked, her hands shook. And then in a moment that broke the internet, she collapsed into the arms of a producer, sobbing uncontrollably. Twitter exploded. Hashtags like #PrayForChrissy, #Brooke and Jim, and #Chrissy deserved better shot to the top of trending lists worldwide. The memes came fast, but so did the anger. One fan tweeted, "Chrissy gave him 15 years and he gave Brooke a baby in 15 minutes. Another wrote, "Jim Jones just became the villain of the decade. Chrissy's tears are our tears." The sheer tidal wave of emotion flooding the internet was unlike anything reality TV had ever seen. But the pain didn't stop there. Hours after the announcement, leaked messages allegedly between Brooke and one of her close friends surfaced. In them, Brooke gloated about the pregnancy, writing, "He finally did it. I'm the one who gets to have his legacy." Chrissy played wife, "But I'll be the real mother of his child." That single line, "Chrissy played wife," cut deeper than any slap, any fight, any argument fans had ever witnessed. It was a declaration of victory, an erasure of Chrissy's entire relationship with Jim, reduced to nothing but wasted time. Insiders close to Chrissy claimed she went into complete meltdown mode after reading those messages. She cried for hours. One friend reportedly told a blogger, "She kept saying, 'Why wasn't I enough? Why did he do this to me?'" She's broken, absolutely broken. The friend added that Chrissy had to be pulled from filming for several days because she was too emotionally unstable to appear on camera. Meanwhile, Brooke was basking in the spotlight. She went live on Instagram, her hand resting proudly on her stomach, as fans flooded the comments with a mix of congratulations and condemnation. "This baby is a blessing," Brooke said, her tone calm but pointed. "And no matter what anybody says, Jim and I are happy. That's all that matters." The smugness in her delivery set fans ablaze. Clips from the live spread like wildfire, with viewers dissecting every smirk, every word. Every subtle jab they believed was directed at Chrissy. Then came the alleged insider leak that sent the story spinning into even darker territory. A source claimed that Jim knew about the pregnancy for months and deliberately kept it from Chrissy. According to this insider, Jim had been secretly attending doctor appointments with Brooke, even sending her flowers and expensive gifts, while Chrissy was still under the impression they were working on their own relationship. He played both sides, the source alleged. He told Chrissy he was still figuring things out, but behind the scenes, he was building a whole new life with Brooke. The betrayal was too much for fans to process. On Instagram, thousands of users flooded Jim's comments, calling him a coward, a manipulator, a man who wasted years of Chrissy's life only to give everything she wanted to another woman. One viral comment read, "Chrissy proposed to him on TV and he couldn't say yes, but Brooke blinks twice and she's carrying his baby. This is beyond cruel." And while Chrissy's silence was deafening, her actions spoke louder than words. Paparazzi spotted her leaving a high-end New Jersey lounge, her face puffy from crying, her friends shielding her from cameras. When asked about Brooke's pregnancy, she muttered just one line, "I don't know who I can trust anymore." That cryptic response sparked even more speculation. Was she hinting at betrayals within her own circle? Did someone close to her know about the pregnancy and keep it a secret? As the night wore on, another shocking twist emerged. A short audio clip leaked onto Twitter, allegedly a phone call between Jim and Brooke. In it, Jim can be heard saying, "We gotta keep this quiet for now. Chrissy can't find out yet. Not like this." Brooke responds, laughing softly, "Baby, it's too late. The world already knows." Fans dissected the clip endlessly, arguing whether it was real or fabricated. But the damage was already done. The narrative was clear. Jim Jones had betrayed Chrissy not once, but twice. First by being with Brooke, okay? And second by hiding a child from the woman who gave him her youth by Sunrise. The internet wasn't just buzzing, it was screaming. The betrayal was trending on every platform. Celebrities were weighing in, and Chrissy Lampkin's name was on everyone's lips. And just when fans thought the story couldn't possibly get any darker, an even bigger leak was about to drop, one that would throw gasoline on an already raging inferno. If the internet thought Chrissy's breakdown was the peak of this nightmare, the next 24 hours proved that this story was only just beginning to erupt. Because as fans clutched their phones and replayed Brooke's smug confirmation again and again, a series of devastating leaks surfaced. And these weren't just petty screenshots. They were nuclear bombs aimed directly at Jim Jones, Brooke, Bailey, and the very image they were trying to project as a happy couple expecting their first child. The first leak came in the form of a text thread, allegedly between Jim and one of his longtime friends. In those texts, Jim admitted the pregnancy wasn't planned. And worse, that he wasn't sure he was ready to be a father again. One line from the supposed conversation broke the internet. "I still love Chrissy, but I can't undo what happened. Brooke won't let this go, and now I'm stuck." The word "stuck" immediately became the most viral keyword of the day. Fans twisted it into memes, captions, and hashtags. Hashtag Jim is stuck trended across Twitter and Instagram, with users brutally mocking him for playing to women and getting caught in the most permanent way possible, a child. But things got even messier when another leak emerged. This time, a secret voice recording from while Chrissy's pain dominated sympathy online, Brooke wasn't done stirring the pot. Hours after the leaks dropped, she posted a mirror selfie in a silk robe, her baby bump on display, with the caption, "Some blessings can't be denied." The arrogance of that post threw gasoline on the fire. Fans accused her of flaunting her pregnancy as a weapon against Chrissy, not as a joyful announcement. The comments section was savage. "You're not blessed, you're heartless." One fan wrote. Another, "This isn't love, this is war." Brooke later deleted the post, but not before the screenshots went viral. And then came the celebrity reactions, because in a drama, this massive silence is impossible. Remy Ma jumped into the conversation with a pointed tweet. "Loyalty means everything. Don't confuse time with commitment." Cardi B liked and then unliked a meme dragging Brooke for bragging about her pregnancy. Kimbella from Love and Hip Hop posted a cryptic Instagram story. "Some women fight for love, others fight for the spotlight. Two different games." Even Yandi Smith, who has had her own history of messy public drama, weighed in during a live. "My heart hurts for Chrissy. She deserved her happy ending." The celebrity responses made the betrayal feel even bigger, almost like a cultural earthquake shaking through hip-hop and reality TV simultaneously. Meanwhile, fans noticed something chilling. Jim Jones still hadn't posted anything. Not a word. Not a denial. Not a confirmation. Not even a vague quote. His silence was deafening, and the longer it dragged on, the more fans saw it as guilt. Silence is confession. One viral tweet read, racking up over 200,000 likes. The internet decided if Jim wasn't defending Chrissy or denying Brooke, then Brooke's claim had to be true. Behind the scenes, however, insiders whispered that Chrissy was gearing up for war. A blogger posted that Chrissy had already reached out to a major streaming platform about doing an unfiltered tell-all special. The leak claimed Chrissy was sitting on over a decade of receipts, financial records, text messages, voicemails, proof that she had been the backbone of Jim's career and personal life. According to this source, Chrissy told producers, "If he wants to humiliate me publicly, I'll end him publicly." Fans lost their minds at the thought of a Chrissy Lampkin tell-all, speculating it could blow this saga wide open and destroy Jim's reputation forever. And then came the most explosive twist yet. Another alleged recording. It's time of Brooke herself. The audio, posted anonymously on a gossip forum, captured Brooke speaking to someone about her pregnancy. Her voice was sharp, unapologetic. "This baby is my security. Can't walk away from me like he did from Chrissy. Made sure of that." Whether real or fake, that clip ripped through the internet like lightning. Fans flooded Brooke's pages with venom, accusing her of trapping Jim and using a child as leverage. The narrative flipped overnight. Brooke wasn't just a pregnant reality star. She was now painted as a calculating villain. And through it all, Chrissy remained heartbreakingly visible. Paparazzi caught her leaving a restaurant in Harlem, tears streaking her face as her friends shielded her. In one heartbreaking photo, she covered her face with her hands as cameras flashed, the caption practically writing itself, "The face of betrayal." Fans reposted the photo with messages of support, calling her the true queen and begging her to walk away with dignity. But insiders claimed Chrissy wasn't just hurting, she was furious. One friend allegedly told reporters, "Chrissy is done crying. Now she's ready to fight. The fight might come sooner than anyone expected. Late that night, a cryptic tweet appeared from an account believed to be Chrissy's burner. It read, "Everything done in the dark will come to light. Trust me." The tweet vanished within minutes, but screenshots lived on. Fans speculated it was Chrissy's warning shot, a promise that she was about to expose Jim, Brooke, and anyone else who played a role in this betrayal. The drama reached a fever pitch when reports claimed VH1 executives were scrambling to capture this fallout on camera. Allegedly, producers were pushing for a special unplanned reunion episode featuring Chrissy, Jim, and Brooke. Rumors swirled that contracts were being drafted overnight, with huge sums of money on the table. If Chrissy agreed to confront Jim and Brooke face-to-face, fans couldn't believe it. Could this already catastrophic betrayal actually explode live on television? By sunrise, the situation had become more than just a pregnancy announcement. It was a scandal so sprawling, so venomous, that fans were calling it the biggest betrayal in love and hip-hop history. Brooke wasn't just carrying Jim's child. She was carrying the weight of an entire culture's outrage. Chrissy wasn't just heartbroken. She was poised to rise from the ashes with vengeance. And Jim was trapped between silence, shame, and a future that looked more like a disaster than a family. And just when the world thought it couldn't get more shocking, a final leak surfaced that flipped the entire story upside down. An alleged sonogram image with Jim's name listed in the father section. The image, blurred but clear enough to read, spread like wildfire. Fans screamed. There was no more denial, no more speculation. The pregnancy was real. The baby was real, and Jim's betrayal was complete. But that was only the beginning. Because if Chrissy really had those receipts she was threatening to unleash, the fallout could destroy more than Jim and Brooke's reputations. It could dismantle their entire empire. And the question now wasn't just whether Chrissy would expose them, but how far she was willing to go to make sure the world knew the truth. By the third day of chaos, it was no longer just gossip. It had evolved into a cultural phenomenon, a public trial of loyalty, betrayal, and the brutal reality of what happens when private lives explode under the blinding light of reality TV. And if fans thought Chrissy's tears and Brooke's arrogance were the final act, they were sorely mistaken. Because this scandal was about to dive into even darker, more dangerous waters, with Chrissy plotting revenge, new receipts surfacing, and Jim Jones himself cornered in a storm he couldn't control. The first shock came when a major gossip blog posted an email allegedly sent by Chrissy's team to several media outlets. The subject line, "Ready to tell my truth." The body of the message was short but lethal. Chrissy Lampkin is prepared to expose everything. 15 years of lies, betrayal, and secrets. Jim Jones doesn't get to humiliate her in silence. Stay tuned. Screenshots of the email went viral. And suddenly fans were bracing for a scorched earth reveal. Meanwhile, new leaks started to drip. A supposed voice note from Brooke to a friend surfaced in which she bragged. "He told me I'm giving him what Chrissy never could, a legacy. That's why I'm the chosen one." The cruelty of those words set Twitter ablaze. Fans screamed that Brooke wasn't just celebrating her pregnancy. She was mocking Chrissy's deepest pain, the years she had begged Jim for marriage and family only to be denied. One user tweeted, "Brooke didn't just take Chrissy's man, she took her dream. That's pure evil." The internet became a battlefield. On one side, fans defending Chrissy with hashtags like #ChrissyForever and #JusticeForLampkin. On the other, a smaller but louder group cheering for Brooke with tags like #MrsJones and #BaileyBaby. The war of words escalated when alleged texts from Jim himself leaked onto a gossip forum. In them, Jim appeared to be telling a friend, "I didn't plan for none of this. I wanted peace. Now I got two women ready to destroy me." That line became the meme of the night, with fans mocking him as the man who built his own trap. Chrissy, however, wasn't laughing. Sources close to her claimed she had gone from tears to fury. She allegedly told her inner circle, "If he thinks he can disrespect me publicly, I'll destroy his whole image. I'll make him regret ever playing with me." Insiders whispered that Chrissy had collected years of damning evidence, not just about Jim's infidelities, but about his finances, his shady deals, and his private demons. Fans speculated wildly. Did she have tax records? Secret messages with other women? Emails exposing collaborations gone wrong? The mere idea of Chrissy dropping those receipts sent the internet into a frenzy. Brooke, never one to back down, seemed to taunt Chrissy through Instagram stories. She posted a picture of baby shoes with the caption, "The future is ours." Hours later, she uploaded a video of herself sipping champagne, writing, "Unbothered." But fans weren't buying it. Comments poured in accusing her of arrogance, of disrespect, of kicking Chrissy while she was down. Some even claimed Brooke's castmates from Basketball Wives unfollowed her. A quiet signal that even they couldn't support her behavior. And then came the biggest crack in the story yet. A blurry video allegedly filmed at a New Jersey hotel. In it, Jim and Brooke can be seen arguing in the lobby. Jim's voice is raised. "You posting everything online? You making this worse?" Brooke snaps back. "I'm not Chrissy. I'm not hiding. This baby proves everything." The clip ended abruptly, but it was enough to send fans spiraling. Commenters declared that Jim and Brooke's so-called happy family was already crumbling before it even began. Chrissy's silence, however, was deafening. She didn't post, didn't go live, didn't tweet. But then one cryptic move blew the lid off everything. She uploaded a black screen on Instagram with 3 words. Wait for it. That single post racked up millions of likes and became the new mantra for her supporters. Fans interpreted it as a clear warning that Chrissy was preparing to unleash the kind of truth that would obliterate Jim and Brooke's reputations. The speculation reached boiling point when a gossip outlet reported that Chrissy was planning to hold a press conference. Not an interview, not a post, but a full public event where she would allegedly reveal her receipts in front of cameras. The article claimed she had bank records proving she financially supported Jim for years. Screenshots of him begging her not to leave, and even private videos showing his volatile temper. Fans couldn't believe it. Was Chrissy really about to go nuclear? As the internet buzzed with theories, another leak shook the story. This time, it was an alleged DM from Brooke's ex to a blogger. In it, he wrote, "Brooke been planning this. She said from day one she was going to lock Jim down with a baby. She didn't care who she hurt. She wanted the title." Whether true or not, the message spread like wildfire, fueling the narrative that Brooke's pregnancy was less about love and more about strategy by now. The entire entertainment industry was weighing in. Charlemagne Thaw, God slammed Jim on The Breakfast Club. "You don't waste 15 years of a woman's life and then turn around and give another woman a baby. That's coward behavior." Wendy Williams' name even trended after fans dug up old clips of her warning Chrissy that Jim would never change. Every voice added more weight, more chaos, more humiliation. And still, Jim stayed silent. That silence only made things worse. Fans begged him to speak, to deny, to defend, to explain. Instead, he disappeared, leaving Brooke to hold the spotlight and Chrissy to prepare her revenge. His silence was interpreted as confession, and the damage to his legacy grew by the hour. The climax came when yet another supposed leak surfaced. A screenshot of a sonogram with Jim's name listed as the father. The image was blurry but legible, enough to confirm the truth. The baby was real. The betrayal was complete, and Chrissy's heartbreak was now immortalized in ink on medical paperwork. But the saga didn't end there. Rumors began swirling that Chrissy had already partnered with a major network for a multi-part docu-series about her life. her love, and her betrayal. If true, this wouldn't just be revenge, it would be empire building. Chrissy Lampkin could turn her heartbreak into the biggest comeback reality TV had ever seen, and as fans refreshed their feeds, desperate for the next twist. One final headline dropped. Anonymous insider claims Chrissy has proof that could legally invalidate Brooks. Claims against Jim, nobody knew what it meant. Was it about paternity? Finances? Something darker? The internet held its breath, waiting for the explosion that everyone knew was coming, because in this war, there are no winners, only survivors. And Chrissy Lampkin, broken but unbowed, looked ready to turn her pain into the kind of revenge that would shake the culture forever. And that right there is the chaos shaking the entire culture to its core. Chrissy Lampkin's tears aren't just a personal heartbreak. They're the symbol of 15 years of loyalty shattered in one brutal announcement. Brooke Bailey flaunting her pregnancy. Jim Jones hiding in silence. Leaked texts, secret recordings and receipts threatening to dismantle everything they built. But here's the truth. This story isn't over. Not even close. Because insiders are whispering that Chrissy is sitting on a mountain of evidence, years of receipts. That could end Jim and Brooke in one explosive press conference. If that happens, this saga won't just be a scandal. It'll be a historic takedown, the kind people talk about for decades. The question is, are you ready for it? 'Cause if you blink, you'll miss the next jaw-dropping twist. Every hour brings a new leak, a new betrayal, a new headline that flips the entire story upside down. And the moment Chrissy finally breaks her silence, the internet will implode. So don't play yourself. Hit that like button right now to push this story to everyone. Who needs to see it? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Is Brooke really winning? Or is she just setting herself up for the fall of a lifetime? And most importantly, smash, subscribe, and turn on your notifications, because the second those receipts drop, we'll be here with a full breakdown. Miss it, and you'll be left in the dark while the world watches the biggest betrayal in reality TV history unfold live.